All right, guys, what's going on? Episode 3 of the hard stuff. We got Aviation Gin today. This is going to be our opening thing. We'll kind of get into this drink. It's a strong one. It's a strong one, 42%. I don't think either of us really like gin, but we alluded Canadian guy Ryan Reynolds. It's an American gin, but I mean, he's kind of the man around here. So, what do you think?
Before I could say anything else, I am not fucking excited for this.
You admitted you've never even drank gin. I
have, but we've been talking to you. We talked to Tyler. I've heard some other opinions about it. I'm not excited.
Oh, come on. What are we thinking? A little smell test? Oh, that's nice. It's like hand sanitizer.
Oh, lovely. I'm so excited. That is oh my.
That's like right out of the squeeze bottle.
I guess that goes hand in hand with COVID or what?
Yeah, why not? Adventurous blend of spices from around the world. Yeah, so there we go. 42%. That's it. That's all the bottle says. Adventurous blend. That's all we get.
I can say the only thing I know about this drink is maybe anything that I've ever seen on Instagram from Ryan Reynolds' account, and that's about it.
I don't even know how to drink gin. You think we try it straight first?
I think it's a terrible idea, but we have to. I say, how much are we mixing? Do we need another ice cube in this?
Yeah, probably, but let's just try it straight first. See what it's like.
Oh.
Then we'll add another ice cube and we'll add some tonic to it.
See if this will get in there. Yeah.
I don't hate the smell. I like it.
On ice, it smells a little different than coming right out of the bottle.
Now that it's in a
Maybe
cup.
it's just whoever handled that had too much hand sanitizer on their hands.
I did sanitize before going to the liquor store.
There you go.
All right. You know what? I don't hate it.
I do.
You hate it? Do you hate the black licorice? Is that what I taste?
I don't even know. I took the sip. It felt like it was going to be kind of hot. Swish, swallow. Went down smooth, but that's a weird taste.
Yeah, it's super smooth. I don't know what that flavor is.
It's not pine needles.
No, Tyler was waiting. No, you don't listen to that guy. I like it. I think I like it. I think it'll be better. Pour some tonic in it, but I like it. I don't know what that aftertaste is, but it reminds me of black licorice. You're hating it. I could see the spanky face.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't pinpoint it. It's not good. It's definitely not good. It's not really bad, but I need some kind of flavor in there, I think.
Well, that's okay. We got plain tonic water here.
Yeah, lovely. That's just going to carbonate this.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be better. Aromas, I don't know. Adds to the flavor. It's like when you pour wine out of the bottle and then into a different bottle.
First impressions, I'm going to compare this very much to what you said about the Terramano. I'm not going to buy this again.
No, I'll never buy this again either. But you know what? For a 750 milliliter bottle, I don't know what that equates to. 3 cups.
Yeah,
I don't know what that equates to in American. Sorry,
that's
guys.
how we equivalent everything on here now. It's not by how big it is, Mickey 2.6. It's how many cups you get out of a liquor bottle.
Yeah, so 3 full cups. I think it was $41.99.
Oh, so really not bad.
No, not at all. That's Canadian, so I'm sure it's probably only like 32
But I don't see it very
bucks.
often. Did you find it at the first liquor store?
No.
Okay.
No. I got that little liquor store beside my house. It stocks like Bombay, and that's it. That's the only gin they had. And I was like, well, I ain't going to fly. But second liquor store I went to, found it.
Okay, so not bad. Not
No.
impossible.
I'm going to say, let's get another ice cube in here first before we add the carbonation, because I'm sure it's going to be ass anyway.
High hopes.
Well, yeah. We should probably also add a little bit more gin so it's not watered down. So I'll guarantee we're only having one. Here you go. Come here, buddy.
Oh, thank you. So kind.
I mean, half and half's probably the way to go. That was a little stiff. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely plain tonic water. Couldn't find the flavored stuff I wanted.
It's just sitting in my mouth, that aftertaste. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. The aftertaste I don't like. The actual drinking of it, I enjoyed it. I mean, maybe with orange juice it'd be really good.
I'm thinking something citrusy like that. I think that would
A
go
little
down
bit
really.
of sweet. Yeah, I think you need a little bit of sweet. We still don't have a spoon.
We got the handy dandy knife. I think that would be easy to drink once you've already got a good buzz going.
Oh yeah, I don't think anybody walks up to the bar stone sober and says, "Hey, I'll just get a gin on ice."
No, but everyone starts with a gin and tonic. I see that everywhere.
I must not be sophisticated enough. I've never seen that in my life.
Really?
All right.
Does this improve it? Does the tonic improve it?
Nope. No, not at all. If anything, it makes it a lot worse.
Because of carbonation?
No, that stuff's not even very carbonated. It's just bland. Now I could drink like 8 or 10.
Yeah, that just makes it like a drink now. That is much easier to go down.
Yeah, but there's no flavor.
Next to no flavor, yeah.
That's terrible. Like, I mean, it's good, but I'm upset that it kind of just took everything away from it. Not that it was good to begin with, but...
But from the review, at least what I was doing online, if this was mixed with kind of the citrus that it was supposed to be, every gin and tonic I look at, it's mixed with a form of like lemon citrus,
yeah,
or with a
couple
lemon
lime
wedge
wedges,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I think that would really give this some pop. We
I
might
agree.
have to revisit that.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll sit on my liquor shelf until then because I don't know anybody that'll drink it in my house. So, all right, what do we want to open up with? I know you got some stuff written down. I got some stuff written down in my mind, so we're gonna get some raw reactions when we get to that. What do you got?
Okay, just because of how we've done this in the past, we're going to jump right into this. We're drinking Aviation Gin. I don't know if it was founded by him or if he was just a main partner in it. Like you said, Ryan Reynolds, Canadian guy, was a major part of it, and he actually sold it. As far as I know, he's stayed on as either like an ambassador. He does all their commercials still. Like, he pushes it pretty hard.
Yeah, I believe he's still part of them. Pretty big.
What is the last movie you've seen with Ryan Reynolds?
Oh man. I feel like Deadpool, but I must have seen something more recent than that.
Have you seen Deadpool 2?
I think so.
Oh, you're going to get a homework list one of these days.
I'm pretty sure. Give me a list here. Hang on.
Have you seen Free Guy?
No, I want to. It's one that I've been seeing like the commercials for. I got to watch it.
Okay, I've seen that one. Definitely recommend. You're going to enjoy it.
Oh, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. That's probably the last one I've seen with him.
Have you seen the second one? Oh wait, no,
yeah,
that is
Hitman's
that
Wife's
is
Bodyguard is
yeah.
the second one. I've seen the first and the second.
Underground on Netflix.
No, I'd never even heard of that. Didn't see Detective Pikachu.
That was actually decent. He was just the voice in that.
Yeah, heard, but yeah.
And then, you're back into Deadpool kind of thing.
I think Deadpool and the Hitman's Bodyguard. Those are the two last ones.
So I don't know if you've been following it. He's kind of making a name for himself in headlines at the moment. He just finished that movie with Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
The singing clips all over TikTok and stuff like that. So I think they wrapped on that. He said his big thank yous like he always does on social media. And then he said he's taking a step back to take
sabbatical.
a break from acting.
I heard. I mean, he did have a few very busy years.
That's what I mean. Like, thinking about it, he is not stopped.
I mean, we got a little list up here right now. If you just go down a little bit there. 2021, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 movies. 2020, 2020 was slow, but 2 there.
And even like,
2019.
because you got Free Guy, huge production.
Yeah.
It was a big budget movie. Red Notice, probably his biggest production of this year, with the Rock and Gal Gadot and that.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Netflix has poured a major amount of money into it. So, and
yeah, then the year before, 2019, 4 movies again.
yeah.
So between 2019 and now, he's done 12 films with
When
4
you think about
announced
it,
and
all these 2021s, he was probably filming in 2020. I know.
oh yeah,
Free Guy and Red Notice. Well, I don't know as much about Free Guy for timing. Red Notice, they've just admitted they finished filming, I don't know, 4 months ago, 3 months ago.
yeah,
It's been a huge production all over the world.
yeah. He's been busy, man. Incredible. I mean, he earned the break. I mean, wife and kid at home. She acts too, but I haven't seen her around as much since she's had the baby.
She's been busy too, though. I think she's been producing as well.
Maybe I'm just on the wrong side of what she's been doing. But I think he's earned this break. I don't think anybody can really be upset with him. I think the only thing that maybe a couple people will be upset with is how far is this going to delay Deadpool 3?
Yeah.
That's the only one that I could see people kind of getting on his ass about.
True. Now I'm thinking about that too. I already don't like it.
I'm not a huge movie guy, but I do enjoy the Deadpool films. So, all right, here we go. We got Blake Lively up.
Yeah. She hasn't done anything this year, 2020. She still got, well, the Rhythm Section was a good movie. It was a bigger production as well.
Never seen it. I don't.
But yeah, she's definitely not been in the films as much. Like I said, I think she's been producing a little bit. See if it'll tell me. No, I take that back.
No. So I think the last thing I've seen her in, I don't know, probably Gossip Girl.
I watched The Shallows.
Yeah, never saw that one. Keep going down, maybe. Maybe there's something else.
I didn't even know she was in Green Lantern.
Never saw that one.
No, you're not missing much.
Sister to the Traveling Pants. There we go.
There you go.
So, yeah. I mean,
either way, we straight up, though, do you like Ryan Reynolds? Are you a fan?
Who isn't? That's a better question. Who isn't a fan right now? I mean, he's been blowing up in all his movies. He's also like, I don't know, the male face of TikTok right now. Anytime I scroll through my For You page, I always see somebody making a stitch with him or somebody, girls I would cheat on my girlfriend with, and it's just pictures of Ryan Reynolds.
This tastes so bad.
Oh my God, it's not that bad at all. You need more gin.
It is just not enjoyable.
But yeah, I do like him. I do like him a lot. Definitely one of my top actors. You don't see him do many different roles or different types of roles.
It is a little bit of typecasting, it feels like.
Yeah.
But he does it well.
Oh, yeah. He is definitely the funny guy, and he plays the shit out of it.
Yeah. And I think even from the trailer that came out for Red Notice, he's very, very similar. But I think it'll play off the rock fairly well.
Yeah. Didn't even see the trailer for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Man, I watch like 3 movies a year, maybe.
That's fine. We're gonna put on the trailer here.
All right. What is this? Red Notice?
Red Notice, yeah.
And who's in it? Gal Gadot, The Rock,
and Ryan Reynolds. It's a big, big Netflix production.
All right, so I'll say this right now. Looking at the trailer, I want to watch it. We revisit this. I'll even give myself a week, November 19th.
Okay.
1 week from release date. November 12th comes out. So we talk about this November 19th. I won't have watched it. I'll have forgotten about it. But it looks great. Looks really good.
There. We're going to make a note of that, and it will be a mandatory talking point.
Oh, yeah. That'll be on the homework, I think. I forgot how good looking Gal Gadot is. Yeah. Not an actress that I'm ever like thinking it's like, okay, who do I really like to look at as an actress? I'm like, oh, Gal Gadot.
Have you seen the Wonder Woman movies?
No.
Okay.
Jesus, come on. Absolutely not.
Have you watched, what's the last movie you watched with her?
I don't know. Bring up IMDb. Probably never.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
How do you even know who she is then?
Word of mouth, probably. Let's see. Let's see what she's been in.
Fast and Furious.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's why. Justice League, nope. Wonder Woman, nope. Yeah. Keep going. Oh, there we go. Fast and Furious 7.
Fast 7.
There we are. That was probably the last one. Oh, Fast 6. That was the one before that. So, yeah, I've only ever seen her in Fast and Furious movies.
Okay. So, the whole point of all that is now we're saying we're excited for the new show coming out.
Yeah.
We're going to watch it. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
And it might be by Christmas.
Yeah. By Christmas, I'm hoping to have seen the film.
And with that, I'm going to slide that right in. I've been getting this all week. Everyone's asking for Christmas lists. What is your opinion? Is it too early for Christmas crap?
Too early for decorations and songs and things? Yes. But I think, because I'm a nightmare for it, man. I'm a real last minute shopper.
Yeah.
I think I need a list now.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even think about the word Christmas right now. I don't even want to.
We're 2 months out because the last week, I don't count. I never go to stores. It's fucking chaos. I try my best not to go to stores a week before Christmas. But with 2 months to shop, I think now's the time. Maybe not get the list, but you got to start thinking.
Okay, but so saying that, do you do your shopping in person here, or do you do most of it online now?
Oh my God, no. Jeff Bezos gets most of my money.
Okay, yeah.
No, absolutely. I'll admit it. I should be, picking things out, looking at them, supporting local. No, no. 2 days, it's at my house, and I can have Amazon wrap it for me. I mean, come on.
So then what's the problem, though? You could be shopping December 1st, and this isn't an issue.
The problem is not necessarily with the shopping. The problem is with my wife. Because I could ask her in July, hey, Christmas is in 6 months. What do you want for Christmas? Start thinking about it. I don't need ideas now, but hey, start thinking about it. If you see stuff, take a screenshot on it.
Yeah, but that doesn't work, because then anytime you think about what you want, especially 6 months, 4 months, 2 months before, it's probably like, I'm thinking about this. I want it or need it. Oh, look, I bought it.
Yeah, that's a big problem in our house. Like, we're both need it, want it, see it, buy it.
Exactly.
We're bad for it. I'll admit it. But I think the problem is with her, it's like, if I'm going to get the same answer in July that I'm going to get December 24th. So I might as well get her on it early. That way I can start looking, brainstorming, or like shit that I know she won't buy herself. That's the key Christmas ideas.
Yeah, but because it's your wife, it's the same for me. You're around them all the time. You pick up on those. It's not as much you're asking them for the list, because you know those items aren't going to really be on it.
No. I don't pick up on those. No,
Really?
No. Oh, God. I mean, if there's one thing, and we ever get her on this show, if there's one thing she'll say, yeah, he doesn't listen to me.
Fair enough.
I mean, I do my best, but I know I hear that at least once a day. You don't listen. I try.
And then you turn in and try and listen. What was that?
Yeah, exactly.
What were we talking about?
I mean, yeah, I agree. That kind of stuff. It's tough. But what about family? Okay, what do you think with your family? You know, your mom,
I don't want
dad.
to hear the word Christmas
Oh,
until
get over
November
it.
1st
Who was humming Christmas carols yesterday at work?
to piss you off.
No. Yeah, okay.
I don't want to hear the word Christmas until November 1st. And then so be it. I can start thinking about stuff. But like, I don't shop until December.
That's wild.
I use that to kind of put me in the Christmas mood. I don't think about it. I don't decorate anything until the 1st at the minimum. So then the 1st comes around, decorations go up. I'll make the trip out on foot to the mall in person, see the lights. It kind of gets me in that Christmas mood. And then from there, I'll proceed to come home, buy everything on Amazon and wait a week.
No shot. If I see something January 17th, I'm like, hey, oops. I'm like, hey, that's a Christmas gift right there for my mother. Like, done. I'll buy it. I'll lose it. And then when we do our annual winter cleaning, I'll be like, oh, perfect. Look at that.
Yeah, but that's the issue. I've done something very similar, but then a year and a half later, it pops up. Oh, I bought this.
No.
Now they're getting it for
bad.
Christmas 2 years later.
I mean, whatever. It still counts.
It's not the point.
That's absolutely the point. I think it's never too early to shop. It is too early to decorate and that kind of stuff. Never.
Yeah,
too
I
early
won't
to
decorate
shop,
anything until December 1st.
I try that. I usually get overruled, but I do wait until November 12th.
I hold it off. You're one of those. You know Ben, I've grown up, one of my buddies, his birthday's, I'm going to get this wrong now, on the 12th, day after Remembrance Day.
You're no longer friends. I just
Whatever, that's fine. He can get
It's
mad
probably
at me.
like the 12th of October.
No, I know it's in November. It's around there because it's like Remembrance Day, his birthday. The day after his birthday, his decorations go up. And it's like a storm went off. I lived with him for a few years in the same residence, and I come home one day and it's like, oh my God, the Christmas bomb went off.
Yeah.
There's no like starting to decorate. It's all or nothing.
Oh, yeah. No, we're the same.
My
at
wife's the
house.
same.
Yep.
My mom's the same.
Oh, yeah.
So it's December 1st and that's it.
The only thing I start to decorate is my lights on my house because I leave them up 365.
I might change the RGB in my computer to get a little Christmassy before then.
Wow.
That's about it.
Wow, good for you.
Maybe if I'm really feeling it, or I would just want to see if the wife's paying attention, I'll change the screensaver to something Christmassy.
Good for you. Yeah, you know what? I could probably do that this year. I might put like a different display on the Google Home or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be all right. That'll be the extent of my Christmas decorating. But real tree, fake tree? What are you?
I prefer real,
Yeah.
but since we moved into smaller areas, I got 2 dogs now and a cat.
What a
I
hassle.
haven't had a real tree with them. I don't think it's worth it. My little Dalmatian would probably eat it.
Yeah, fair. I think this is our fourth or fifth Christmas in the house. Well, I think we did a real tree the first year. So the wife was like, we got to get a real tree. We do it like when I was with my parents, we did a real tree every year. I was like, okay, whatever. I've never done a real tree. Never did it with my parents, whatever.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, never.
See, and I didn't have a fake one until years after I moved out. We did a real off the start even.
No, my dad and my mom both did fake trees. Didn't matter. But so whatever, we did our real tree one year. Our stand sucked, so I had to like put a hook in the wall and then tie it with a piece of string.
That's every tree though. Like all the stands suck.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. This one's falling down.
They all get hung up with ribbon off a railing or something.
Yeah, mine was hung up because I had to put a little eye hook in the wall. And I used like some craft yarn to tie it up so it didn't fall over. But same thing with 3 cats and a dog. Like it's chaos. The tree dies, or they drink all the water out of the bottom.
Yeah,
I don't even disposing of the thing.
Well, that's just it. And then, well, you know my wife. She likes to clean. It doesn't matter what happens. My house could be spotless. She'll still clean. So I can't say that would be an issue. But I can say if she doesn't or she's busy or working, I don't want to vacuum daily just because the tree is shedding.
Awful. I just know come January, my neighbors really don't love a real tree burning down in the front yard because I don't know what to do with it.
Just be like everyone else in the city. They'll just leave it in your front yard till June.
That doesn't help me at all.
You run it over with the lawnmower a couple times and it'll just turn into fertilizer.
Man, my lawnmower barely cuts the grass. I can't be shortening its life any more than that. So, kind of moving on from that, we're getting into hockey. You put me on that Amazon special.
Yeah,
the Leafs Amazon special. What the hell was the name of that?
I don't even know.
All or Nothing. I think.
Is that what it was?
I think so. Either way, Toronto Maple Leafs Amazon special. What do you think? I got through all the episodes last night. I watched the entire thing front to back. Yeah, all or nothing. Watched the entire thing front to back. What did you think of that? Do you think are these good for sports? Are these little docu-series good for sports?
That's why I lined this up for you. I wanted your opinion on that. You still gotta, because I told you to watch this one and Drive to Survive.
Yeah,
which you don't have to watch it all, but
that's F1, I think.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Just especially because I know you know of F1, but you don't watch it a lot.
Yeah.
So that'll really play into this because I personally think it's good for the sport getting it on these platforms, and you're giving people a view of the game that they've never seen or that they really want to see.
Yeah.
But I'm curious what your opinion is of the other side, and I don't see it as much in hockey. But when you browse around the internet with the input on the F1, or like me, I got into it before that, started that on Netflix afterwards, and that sealed the deal. It just kind of committed me to it. Like, I really enjoy F1 now.
Yeah.
But then you get into whether it's Facebook posts, highlights, ESPN, anything like that, and you see these comments where people are like, oh, you just watched the Netflix special, you're not a real fan, stuff like that.
Man, the people that call themselves the real fans ruin it for everybody else. Like the casual guys like you and I, we catch a couple games a week, maybe.
Yeah.
Like if we're lucky, we'll get 2 or 3 games of whatever we're watching that week in a week.
Yeah.
I think any other of my sports knowledge is Sports Center. You watch it for an hour, you get every highlight of the week.
That's what I mean. You have to. Like, I don't have nearly enough time in the day to watch all the sports, especially this year, giving it an honest attempt with how much we're doing. There's no chance.
No. Couldn't do it. But
we're here right now. There's probably a basketball game and 4 hockey games going on.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm doing pretty well in fantasy basketball right now. But we'll touch on that later. But I agree. It is good for the sport having these. I hate the one team aspect of it.
Yeah, fair
because
enough.
Even the last one I watched, probably a decade ago, was the Pens versus the Capitals, like rivalry docu-series. Do you ever watch that?
Yeah.
I loved that. I love the back and forth of it. As much as I enjoy sports, watching a team that I could not give a shit about, it was hard to sink in.
But that's what I mean. So that's my point. For a team, I'm not a Leafs fan either. By the end of the season, I think it was 6 episodes,
Yeah.
Did you actually enjoy the TV though, or were you like, I'm never getting that time back, or you're like, you know what, that was worth the watch more or less?
I'm somewhere in the middle. If I wasn't at work, I would have cut it after the 3rd episode.
Okay.
I'm glad I watched it. It was a good way to pass the time.
So right there, that's saying it really wasn't a waste.
No, it wasn't a waste. I'm not upset I watched it. I might have, but I wouldn't have completed it had it been on my own free time.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Even me, I watched it at home. It took me 3, 4, 5 sittings because I'd watch an episode, get into another one. Same thing. It's not holding me into my seat wanting to finish it all.
No, not at all.
But it kept me coming back enough. Plus, it kind of went hand in hand with us playing hockey. I'd think about, I got hockey tonight, thinking hockey. Then I'd sit down and throw that on the TV.
Yeah, you kind of get in the mindset, and everybody hits those. You're like, you're playing this sport. All of a sudden, you like watching this sport.
Yeah.
Same thing happens during summer. We get into golf. We start watching golf.
So, yeah, that's summed up this year, really.
But I don't know. I liked it. It definitely was kind of a weird thing for me because I'd never given a shit about the Leafs.
Yeah.
Never really known about them. I know they got good young guys. A couple old guys have been good. Watching them, it was a typical Leafs thing, though. I mean, watching them be the best in the league for 56 games and blowing a 3-1 lead in the playoffs in the first round.
Yep. I'm sure that was rough for any Leafs fan out there.
If that doesn't scream Maple Leafs, I don't know what to. I don't care if you don't have your captain. You still have the Rocket Richard winner.
Yeah.
2 other exceptional young guys in Marner and Willie. What the hell is his last name?
Nylander?
Yes. You got 2 great young guys. You've got a good veteran in Foligno, Zach Bogosian. Seeing those guys from the outside was really cool. Like getting to see those guys deal with their family and all that. Really like to see that. But I think anytime you watch the Leafs, you know what's going to happen.
No, fair enough. But that's what I liked about it because it's the same thing. I've watched a lot of these players over the last couple of years. Of course, everyone knows who Austin Matthews is. Mm-hmm. But I liked how the series humanized everyone. It wasn't the Austin Matthews special.
Yeah,
it was an in-depth dive into a little bit of everyone on all the different positions. I liked the goalies in it.
Yep.
And then it plays off the injury and stuff like that.
Yep.
But it spread it out. There was no, like thinking back to it now, I can't pick out a star. It didn't really focus one guy.
Yeah.
If anything, it was like Big Joe, and that's just because I liked when he was on.
Love Jumbo. Yeah. Love Jumbo. But it did give a different perspective on hockey, which I really liked. I think a lot of more casual hockey fans will kind of see that differently. Like, it didn't really glorify the fighting and the roughness, but even that first episode, they covered the playoffs with the Tavares injury.
Yeah.
They asked Foligno about it.
Yeah, he explained it afterwards.
They asked Foligno about it about the fight with Corey Perry. You know, it's good to see that these guys understand, yes, that guy's injured. Yes, I did it. I got to answer the bell, but I'm not going to be upset about it.
Yeah, it was very civil, actually.
Very, like, they prepared to fight. They knew they were going to fight. It's not one guy jumping a guy and suckering him 14 times.
Exactly. The best way I can describe that is it was professional.
Yeah, it was the most professional, unprofessional thing I've ever seen in my life. And I really liked seeing that, and I think your more casual fans will enjoy seeing that. I think that it'll kind of open up, okay, this is why they fight. It's not just out of...
Well, but that's also very much per each situation.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you look at... oh, God, who the hell? Wayne Simmons, there we go.
Okay.
That is, I think, the only different situation where they showed the fighting was like to cause a spark for the other boys.
I remember what you're talking about now.
First couple episodes they show him.
It was almost season opener, or was it the first round of something like that? Yeah, he just
first
went
couple
in there.
Games, yeah. They get in a big fight. He puts a guy down, and then the team kind of gets that spark. I think those are kind of the 2 main reasons you see guys fight: is either answering the bell for something bad or
like charging a goaltender.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. You got to do what you got to do. You either see it for that, or it's guys, everybody's frustrated. They kind of get their goon to go in, fight the other goon, and hope he wins.
Yeah. And
that kind of causes a spark. I think with a guy like Wayne Simmons, I mean, I think he's really only known for fighting and maybe scoring 10 goals a season. Not a great hockey player personally. I've never really watched him on Philly, but I think if he's good for 10 to 15 and well-placed fights, then you can't really ask much of him.
Fair enough. And I'm a firm believer in that. Everyone plays a role in the team. You don't have to go out there and score a goal every game.
No, God, no. Even if you don't put one up a month, if you're the guy that people know why you're there, like if you're the guy without a role, then you're kind of, whatever.
Yeah.
But if people know why you're there and you're there to help spark things, you're going to be valued anywhere you go. Every team needs one or two guys that are ready to answer the bell, spark the team.
Yeah,
do
it's
whatever
really
they
you're there to be that team guy.
Yeah. And I like seeing that. I think the casual fans will like seeing that as well because it kind of, like a lot of like mothers and grandmothers, if they walk in when you're watching hockey when you're younger, like, why do you watch this? All they ever do is fight each other.
Yeah.
This kind of opens it up to why they do it and what comes of it or what sparks it. And I like seeing that.
Exactly. I think it was an awesome portrayal of it behind the scenes. So moving forward on that, I have no idea if they're doing another season because it would be filming right now or last
right
season.
now.
No, that was last season. So
yeah,
filming
right
now.
With the opener, yep.
Do you think that's going to open the door for more teams or Netflix to approach multiple teams? Especially now that the bubble's done. That's a big thing. It took a lot of premise around COVID.
I hope not, because I feel like the only reason this worked for the Leafs was they have the story and like the process of what this year was supposed to be and why they did everything. Like when you don't win a playoff series for, 20 years now.
Yeah.
They said 17 or something, but close to 20. But you're the best team in the league. I think that's set up for a really good story. I don't think you could go to even say Montreal that's not been great for a couple of years, but they have cups and they've got a good past and they've got an absolutely all-star goalie. I think you're shaking your head, but Carey Price is one of the best goalies.
I know,
when healthy.
I don't doubt that, but
when healthy, he's one of the
been
best
plagued
goalies
recently.
in the league. Yeah. But I think when you go to one of those teams that have had success in the playoffs in the last decade even,
Yeah.
maybe not winning cups, but they've cleared first round, cleared second round, whatever. I think you can't show that. Nobody cares. Everybody knows that Montreal's been a contender or at least contended in the playoffs.
But that's where I play on it. We don't care, and if you portray it to a more public, wide open thing like that, but are you going to see team-specific specials come out like this? Because we don't think about it like that. Toronto's a little different because of Canada. It's pretty broad. But all of these teams have a big local following.
But outside of your state, who's going to watch it?
That's what I mean, though. But how much viewership are you getting out of the States for the Leafs?
I doubt much.
Exactly. So that's my question is, are you going to see more of these coming out from these bigger companies like Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, like all that stuff? Are they going to start throwing money at teams? Like, no, we're going to give you a film crew for a season.
I hope not. I think the only reason it works for the Leafs is they had the narrative, and there's only, 7, 8 teams in Canada?
Yeah. Yeah, it was the bubble series, so it was repeats. You even get to know some of the personalities kind of from the other teams because they're playing them so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 56 games with only 7 other teams the entire year, or 7 or 9, whatever the hell it is. I think the narrative set up really well. I think in America it'll be tougher to do that with an American team. It worked when it was Pens and Caps because it's a big rivalry, and it was kind of the first time they've done that almost.
Yeah.
I don't remember watching anything like that.
Yeah, it's those old school rivalries that are coming forward.
I mean, they touched on the Habs and Leafs one in this.
Yeah.
Which is great. But really, when I think about it, I'm not a huge hockey guy, but I don't really know any rivalries that have been set in stone hardcore for even 30 years.
No, but saying that, would you watch a series if it came out like this? If it's based a little more around the Stars, if Crosby got one for the Penguins, if Ovechkin got one for the Capitals?
Probably not. I don't think I would. I like the team thing more than the individual thing, at least for this sport. Because hockey is one of those things where, yes, a superstar is going to help your team.
Oh, it shows in the record.
Yeah.
All these teams have young blood, superpowers.
Or generational talents.
Exactly. Still the crappiest teams in the league sometimes.
Yeah, which I think it's nice to see for hockey, but it doesn't affect hockey as much as some of your other sports. Like you look at a basketball.
I agree, but I think that also comes down to like for basketball, court time, ice time. You have that all-star, but you're only on like, let's say you get 20,
22,
30
23
minutes
yeah.
of ice time. There's a whole other half of the game, right?
Yeah, that's only a third of what you're playing. Whereas with
Exactly.
basketball, you're doing 38 to 42 minutes out of 48.
Yeah.
So I think individual docuseries like that work better when an individual can really take over the game every night.
Yeah.
I think with hockey, it's not really like that. I mean, I do like seeing Austin Matthews score 42 goals in 56 games or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like, I love watching guys torch the league like that. But if you can't perform in the playoffs, I really don't give a shit.
Fair enough. So I think this will really play into that question, though, of how it plays to people. Because, like I said, I want you to watch Drive to Survive by F1. It's a good production quality. I think they're coming out with their third series now. But this one is a little more in-depth of how I definitely think they're using this to pull in the interest. If you look up the stats, like F1 has been gaining such a huge following in the past 5 years. It's pretty impressive, actually.
I agree with that. F1, you either watch it or you don't, I think. It's not something that people like jumping in and out of. It's not something that guys will just put on.
Yeah.
Like if you got a couple buddies over, you're drinking whatever. It's not usually something that you just
Probably
put on.
won't be aviation.
It might be. You don't know. If Ryan Reynolds wants to sponsor the podcast, we're drinking this every night.
True, but I'm halfway through the glass and it drinks better now. I do think it needs lemon or lime.
Yeah, I'll agree. You know what? We're on it. Let's do it. We'll do it right now. Now that we've been drinking it for half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever the hell it's been. Rate it. What do you say? Ever drinking it again?
I'm going to rate it just on taste and smoothness a 5.5. Mainly because and I think it is with how we're drinking.
Come on. Not out of all the drinks you've ever had in life. As a gin.
This is the only gin I've ever had.
Really? You've never sat down at like a 17-year-old pit party and drank Bombay until you blacked out?
No.
Oh, my God.
Have not.
Okay.
Drink responsibly, please.
Yes,
everyone.
that's right. Sorry. Yeah, always remember, drink responsibly. Good call.
No, but it's better now after drinking it than my first impression. And I think with a splash of citrus, I would actually buy this for my liquor cabinet.
Yeah.
Because sipping it, it's smooth, it's enjoyable. It's just, we watered it down a little bit with the mix. It changed the texture of the drink a little bit, which I like. But it's a little bland, and I still can't pin this aftertaste. I'm not sold on it.
No, I don't like the aftertaste. I think once we added the tonic, it got a lot better.
Yeah.
Like that, at least with the aftertaste. It definitely watered down the real taste as you're drinking it, but you didn't have that weird aftertaste that we couldn't put on.
I agree.
I like it. I like it straight. I would never sit down and drink a gin and tonic. I think maybe with lime it would be better.
I'll go out to say this. I will go and buy a bottle of this for my liquor cabinet because I think it has very good potential to make some tasty mixed drinks.
Oh, yeah.
I won't drink
Yeah.
it on ice again, though.
I would drink it on ice rather than in a gin and tonic. However, maybe like a gin juice, like a gin and orange juice, it would be exceptional, I think.
I agree.
I think it's missing the citrus or like a real hit of flavor, and it's going to be an unreal drink. So I'm not upset with it. It's not something that I'm going to buy and say, yep, this is what I'm going to be drinking for the next couple months, whatever. Like, I still prefer my whiskey.
I think with the rate we're going, we're going to have to stock up a mix fridge here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to need pops and juices and...
Yeah, because this is going to happen. It's be like, we need some stuff on hand to actually test some of these.
For when we get a real shitty batch.
Yeah, we'll be doing some like alchemy here at our podcast situation.
Yeah. Christ, where were we? What the hell were we talking about there?
You're going to watch F1 because I want...
Yes.
So I want your opinion. I know you're interested enough in it. You kind of follow the stars, and which is another thing. 5 years ago, I guarantee you could have been like, I don't know any F1 drivers.
No, nobody. Easily nobody.
Where now they're popular enough, the sport's making a big comeback. The teams are making a comeback where you can at least pick off or name a couple guys.
Yeah.
So being that, I'm going to say it. I'll label you as more of a casual for that.
Yeah.
I want you to watch at least a couple episodes, see if you get hooked into it, and then come back. We'll revisit this next week just to see what your opinion is. if it kind of did its job, drew you into the sport more. If you put it on, couldn't get through 2 episodes, didn't care, we'll sum it up then again.
Yeah, I think a lot of the casual guys are going to struggle with that more than...
Just remember, you'll never be a real fan.
Yeah, that's right. But I think a lot of the casual racing fans or sports fans are going to struggle a lot more with the F1 series as opposed to the Leafs All or Nothing.
Yes, it's more of a, I don't know
It's
how
a
to
niche.
label it, like a specialty sport.
It is.
Yeah.
It's an absolutely specialty sport. And 5 years ago, nobody gave a flying fuck on the west side of the world.
Yep.
Not a single
Where
person.
now Netflix is talking about buying all of the production rights to all of the TV rights for it, doing more of this TV stuff. There's an American sponsor that's talking about buying into the Alfa Romero team, and they're talking about doing 3 to 7 races a year in the US.
That would really help the sport, I think.
Yep.
I think...
Well, at least for us here in North America.
Yeah, I don't know what the fan base is on the eastern side of the world.
It has to be enough because they piss money into
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. I mean, if I wrecked an engine a week...
No, they can't now. I think Lewis Hamilton just took a penalty for this because he needed a new powerhouse. He went through 2, so he got his 3rd, which is out of what you're supposed to have. So you pay a huge penalty for it.
Yeah, but is it huge?
It was 12 spots back, I think, off of his.
So it's a time penalty.
Yeah.
It's not a money penalty. As
Yeah.
if that guy cares.
Yeah, but those teams don't care about the money.
He doesn't care about the placement. He'll pass everybody with his eyes
Yes,
closed.
but you know this. I'm a Lewis fan. It's because he's unreal.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I think...
But that happens to any one of those other drivers, and you could kiss that race goodbye, short of maybe Verstappen.
Absolutely. But that's why I think the other teams are going to not do that. I think you look at Mercedes and Hamilton, they don't give a shit.
But that's just it. Plus, at least a few of the other teams, I don't know if they can afford to do a 3rd, 4th engine. Like, some of them are pretty strapped.
I agree and I don't agree.
Just with what they've decided to invest into that. Obviously, the companies can pay for it.
Yeah.
But you give your racing division X amount of dollars, you're kind of hoping they don't blow over that budget.
Yeah, you don't want those guys to come back saying we need more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of kind of trying to bring this sport more into the West and really accentuating it. I don't know if one Netflix special is really going to do that for everybody.
Fair, yeah.
Like, I haven't watched it, like you were saying. I haven't watched it yet, but I don't think it's a big enough sport yet on the West side for this to be like an every year thing, or if just buying the TV rights will make it blow up in the West. I don't know about that. I don't know how big it is in the East.
See, I don't
think
think it's for something to push it necessarily for us here in North America. I just think it shows that it's gaining so much traction that Netflix is willing to throw that much money at it. It can't be a cheap deal to go after that.
Yeah, I agree. It's probably more of a future investment more than a right now, right here thing.
Exactly, especially for North American guys starting to look to buy into these teams. Like, they're seeing that the money's going to come.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. But let's move away from that. I want to transition into high school sports.
Okay.
This is going to be a new thing. This might be the second year that they're doing it. High school esports.
Really?
Yeah. So
Is this North American?
I believe so. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's almost strictly in the US of A. So what they do is they'll run September until December. September's your preseason, October and November regular season. Playoffs would be first week of December, finals last week of December. What surprises me is the vast majority. I think this is only like the second year that they're doing this. They've already got 12 games that they're sponsoring as official esports. They got CSGO, Overwatch.
Where are they playing?
CSGO, Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege, which only for their seniors. So grade 11 and 12 is your seniors, I guess.
You have to hit that rated M.
Exactly. Cold War, Valorant. So those are kind of your shooter games, and then they're moving. They have some sports ones. They got NBA 2K, Rocket League, Madden, chess, Hearthstone as well. What do you think of that for high school kids?
Do they have League and Dota?
No, doesn't say. Does not say.
Interesting.
It's not one of the ones listed. They got Minecraft.
What?
I don't know how that works as an esport, but apparently it's on there.
My thing with that, and some people will blow up at me and they'll argue this. I jumped on it a long time ago. I think esports as sports, like I think of it as a sport. I've said for a long time, I'd love to turn on the TV and see esports come up on ESPN.
Absolutely.
I grew up with it. It's something I want to see. I acknowledge it.
Yep, that's fair.
There is an impressive competitive edge to those players, and they play and practice and train like a lot of other professional athletes. It doesn't matter if you're sitting down to do
they
it.
put in more hours than regular high school athletes.
And saying that, for high school, I think it's good as long, because there's been college level competitive gaming now for quite a few years.
Yep.
And if they're doing it in high school, I think that's appropriate because it'll feed into that league. If people are going to have an opportunity to get scholarships off this, we're seeing post-education, when you get into these pro teams, there's huge contracts now.
Yep.
There's money there. So if it's going to give these kids, in my opinion, the opportunity to chase their dreams and doing something they love, yes, I like it. But I think it should be governed like every other sport. When you get to that level, it has to tie into your grades. You need to make this a little bit more of a social setting. I think
That's
honestly,
big.
the way they do it, they should be doing mandatory like health checks or gym time. Like, I like this, but I don't want to see high school kids grind on their computer and then sit there, get obese, get unhealthy from these games.
You could easily kill yourself because of this. Like,
Yes. And your
not in the
school
way
can't
you're thinking
suffer.
that, but
Like, I know everyone spends that much time on the computer now, but it's the same thing. I think you need to hold a 3.0 GPA or something to play that.
yeah.
Because it goes hand in hand when you get into video games. Grades, health, sports, activity tends to go out the window. I can speak from a little bit of that.
Absolutely. But what do you think about this for not necessarily the personal health side, personal whatever, at the school? What do you think?
I think it's awesome. If you can get the people on board,
That's the hard part.
Here's the thing, though. I was one of those nerds that played. I had the LAN parties. My 4 buddies came over, and we 5-man League of Legends for the weekend. But then you go out and you're partying, or you're at a sporting event, go to the football game, and you say you did that, and you get the weird looks. It's like, what did you guys do? What?
Yeah.
You're just a nerd. But make that a little more mainstream. Get the following. Now, like, honestly, everyone's more into games. Everyone will play Call of Duty, whatever.
Yeah, it's blown up.
But I can easily say I would have went to watch an esport event at a gym all day. I'd go back now.
Yeah, I think I would have done it. I mean, I played a lot of games, but I also played sports in high school.
Yeah.
I think I would have joined it just because I enjoy games.
Yeah.
I love video games. I think I would have really struggled in the social setting. I mean, Jesus, you're in high school, you struggle enough to get laid as it is. Then you tell girls that
That's what I mean. Like,
you're on the high school
it
CS:GO
runs a high
team.
chance of alienating you some more.
Yeah, I think we're almost coming into a time where it will be more accepted by the school because of everything that's happened in the last 5 years with bullying and all that. Like, everything is really getting forced away from that. I mean, even when we were in high school, bullying was huge.
No, I agree. It's something I just want to throw in that I think kind of caters to this right now. Is you can, for at least practices, you can host esports from home. So
Yeah.
all this COVID stuff, you can do it from home. You can have your coach in your calls.
Yep.
You guys can be using cameras for a little more socialness. I'm a big proponent for that, actually.
Yeah, I do like that part of it. That's one thing that the pandemic really helped with was the online scene.
Yeah.
Really,
Have you seen there's been a couple articles come out on my Facebook feed, at least, even touching into TikTok. And yes, that's where I get a lot of my every day-to-day stuff that's going on. It's that people are saying, like, are your Discord friends, your IM friends online, like, are they real friends?
There's yes and no. Yes and no. There's got to be a point where you realize it's like, you're probably never going to meet this person. if you're real life friends, maybe invite you out to watch a football game and have a couple beers. Maybe go do that. I am.
Yes. In that sense, yes. Do the social thing. You need to get your vitamin D, get in the sun, go hang out with people.
Touch the grass.
But I have a couple of friends. I've never met them. They're in the States still that I've gamed with now for 15 years. And two of them easily I would count as my friend. If they texted me saying, I'm coming up, like, let's hang out, I wouldn't hesitate.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm going to throw in a disclaimer to everyone out there. Be careful of internet trolls.
Yeah.
Take a while to get to know someone.
Yeah.
A lot of people pretend to be something they're not.
I think it's a little different for us saying that right now as mid-20s and in our own homes and everything.
Yeah.
But I think for right now, specifically kids in esports or young adults, if you want to call them that, I'm not going to campaign for your Discord friends being real, especially in high school.
Yes.
Because I know.
But even with that, then I think part of these e-sport scenes, they need to be teaching and governing and putting down guidelines for their players. These, call them athletes that are trying hard now, to go over, honestly, like internet safety. It's becoming more and more of a thing.
Absolutely. I think a lot of the guys that are going to be into that kind of understand the internet safety part of it. I'd hope.
Well, and I think every team that's playing should be held to a high
they
level of accountability for how they hold themselves in the game too.
Absolutely. They definitely need to be held responsible for that. I don't think that's where the problems are going to come in. I think the problems are going to come in high school gym class.
Yeah.
Because I know.
Saying that, I grew up with a couple friends, yes, the big jocks, and they weren't like the pro gamers, but they still enjoyed it. I think you're going to see more crossover from that.
Maybe. I've been out of school for a while now.
Yeah.
But I know even when I was in high school, playing on the basketball team, whatever, playing with the guys on the football team, those guys playing COD on the weekends were different than the kids sitting under the stairs.
Yes, there's a whole lot less sweat, try hard, and Red Bull.
Different than the kids sitting under the stairs playing Magic the Gathering at lunchtime.
Yes.
I mean, I totally support that now as an adult, but as 15, 16, 17 years old, I bullied the shit out of those kids. I won't lie.
Well, and it's different too because when you're in school, you notice, it's hard to say. Everyone does it. I don't care who you are. You're going to be guilty for it at some point. Is you find people that you enjoy being around, and you find yourselves either trying to impress or fading into kind of like what everyone likes.
Yeah.
And yes, there's the group. It's pack mentality where you get away from other
high
things.
school's a nightmare for that.
To where, yes, you get older, you graduate, and you realize, honestly, I don't care.
No.
You spend your time, effort, and money into the things you do enjoy. So now we're at a point where, yes, I can play hockey. I go play football. I'll go shoot guns. And then I'll go put in 4 hours on my computer.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'll go watch a 3-hour movie with my wife kind of thing.
Yep.
You choose what to do where, yes, in high school, like the blinders are on. It's just you don't know what it is.
Yeah. And, I mean, you graduate, and what happens to those guys? I don't know about you, but I think I talked to maybe 2-3 guys that I went to high school with.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to, quote unquote, the popular kid playing sports and hanging out all the time, but since then, I mean, you graduate, everybody moves on to different things, guys move for school. You don't talk to everybody.
The biggest thing that I realize is honestly, and you get some people that hold on and they give you shit and, no, you never talk to me. But yeah, 99% of people that you graduated with, it's like you grow up and you get busy.
Yeah, you'll never talk to them again.
It doesn't mean you have kids in this and you don't have time. It's you're working on your career, you're buying your house, you're renovating your house, you're getting married. Like, there's so many other things that you're doing. It's not like, I wonder what this guy's doing that I shared math class with 12 years ago now.
Could never care. Never care in my life.
There's a difference to the point. I see people I graduate with all the time, and I have pleasant conversations. Hey, how's it going? You do your 5-minute catch up. I have enough quote unquote friends that I can always run into people.
Yeah.
And it's even funner for me now. I lost a lot of weight. So if I don't get recognized, I give them a tap on the shoulder or something.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I think that counts as still a type of friendship. It's not there's a line between like what you count as best friends. It just changes. It changes a lot.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be my ending statement on your question. Are your Discord friends your friends? Yes and no. Yes, throughout time. you might actually end up seeing these guys as you get older.
Yep.
I see a lot of that on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. These guys meet after 10 years, and it's like they've been hanging out this whole time.
Yep.
But for younger kids, I want to see them go do social things with people they actually see in real life. I think it's better for your mental health. Whether or not you like watching football, go to a football game with your friends.
Yes.
I
And
think
same thing bringing that back to like esports, that even if these teams are doing COVID practices from homes and this, minimum, they need to be playing these games as a team in the room, know your teammates, be comfortable with your teammates. Like, I think that plays a big role. I wouldn't want to see city high schools or like cities playing cities, pulling players from all these different schools and playing from home, because there's no, like, you're not playing in person. Yes, you get your calls, you get your chemistry, but I think you need that in-person moment for this moving forward.
Yeah, it's not only going to be better for the sport with your chemistry and everything, it's going to be better for your mental health is to actually see people.
Yes.
Whether you're an introvert or not, seeing people and getting to know friends. You might not be friends with all the guys on your team, but they are your friends during the season. I think that's a lot better for kids than, like you said, being strictly online and just going from school to home to doing all your online practices.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I like it and hate it. I'm going to leave it at that.
I'm just going to say, like, I would love to see something like that pop up here. I would spend the money and go watch the championship series or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. I would do that as well. But, yeah. We'll leave it at that for now.
Same thing. You just got me intrigued now, actually.
Oh, God.
It's just like if these schools did that and these teams made it popular enough, I would love to see them doing team streams or making YouTube, creating content, and using that money back into their program. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think it should go to individual players. I think they should have certain streaming restrictions because most of these guys are under 18.
Yeah, in high school, I totally agree with that. I just don't want it to end up like the NCAA where it's like, oh, well, you're in college now. All your rights go to us.
Yeah, no.
I
fair.
don't want that. I think if you are putting in all this time, content creation, streaming, whatever, at least in college, it needs to be your own money.
Yes, but I think that's fair in the fact that you contain your own like streaming rights.
Yeah.
But it comes down to the same thing. You have to meet X amount of hours of practice with your team. You can't stream team practice. You can't personally stream team games. Anything to do with the team, financial, social-wise, media-wise, content-wise, needs to go to the overall everyone.
Yep, I agree. I like that. So I think the last thing, what did you have on your list here?
I said I hate Christmas in this moment. We talk about it for this episode at the end of October, but I want to know what your plans are for the winter.
The right answer here is going to the gym, getting in shape for my wedding. That's the right answer.
Yes, and the real answer?
Probably drinking Aviation Gin, sponsored by. No, but honestly, probably not a whole hell of a lot. I mean, I am not a winter guy. I don't love the snow.
We do have hockey this year.
I know, but the snow and the cold sucks. I like hockey right now because I can still go outside in my shorts and it's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't like the cold. I don't like the snow. I mean, wife and I do a little bit of skiing. You and I do a little bit of skiing. We'll do that, of course, but it's not something that I really sit down and I'm like, all right, we should plan a 4-day weekend, go skiing.
So in your downtime then, what do you and the wife do? You're sitting at home. You both come on your days off. You're not leaving town for anything skiing wise. Like, honestly, what is your 2-day?
I don't have a clue.
Just relax kind of
thinking about it right now. I don't know. You know, usually first day that we have off together, we clean.
Yeah.
I mean, with 2 people working shift work, the house is chaos. So usually first day off, we'll clean, do whatever. Right now, all our free time is going and planning this wedding, honestly.
Which I get, but I know you guys are pretty on the ball, honestly. Your wife's on the ball.
Yeah, she is. One of us is.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you any credit for that. But coming into the winter, there's only so much you can plan for. I know where you guys are roughly at. You guys got stuff booked. You're getting your decorations, all this.
Yep.
But that's what I'm curious. You wake up December 5th, January, whatever. What is your mid-Christmas plans? You guys just honestly sit on the couch, lounge around, watch the TV kind of thing?
Not a whole lot. I mean, we do, once it comes like 6 o'clock, that's kind of what we do, you know. But usually during the day, we find something to do. Very rarely are we doing nothing for 24 straight hours.
Yeah.
Whether we go grocery shopping or whatever, like that is a whole outing for us. It usually takes us like 3 or 4 hours, it feels like. So if our days off actually line up and I get drug along grocery shopping, that's a whole day for us. We'll do that. And then it's usually dinner time because we both like to sleep in. So if we're relaxing, she likes skiing. She kind of got into it last year. So if we get up early enough and we're like, hey, you know, we should hit up like the local hill.
Yeah.
We'll go do that. I mean, it's
fair enough.
Whatever, $40 for a day or whatever it is. We have no problem heading up there for a day, but it's not like we wake up at 7 and you're like, hey, you know, what we should do today is drive 3.5 hours to Jasper, go skiing, and then drive 3.5 hours back.
I thought you'd be waking up. You want to do snow angels in the front yard? It's snowed. Come on.
You bet. No, I mean, she's kind of the same. We do a lot more in the summer than we do in the winter.
Yeah.
Got the trailer, we go camping, do whatever, but we're not winter people. I'll admit it. We're both not winter people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What about you? What do you guys do? I know your wife's not a big winter person.
She's not. And that's the thing. I grew up, I was a bigger winter person than anything. I still enjoy it. It's a little different. I think this year it's going to be different because, you know, we're buying into the rest of our house. We're prepping for another big reno, finishing up ours, kind of moving on with that as she gets into her career. So I think, honestly, it sounds funny, but my biggest goal for this winter is to not spend much money.
Yeah.
You know, my wife, that's harder
enjoys
said than done.
it.
Yeah. But that'll be kind of that. She wants to try skiing. We'll see if it happens kind of thing. I enjoy it. I'm not going to force her because I know there's nothing worse than one, being winter, doing something you don't like, and then being cold on top of it. That's a way to never go back outside again.
Yeah, I agree.
But our big thing that pays off is my dad's got his lake property.
Yeah.
And in the winter, I can go out there with my brother and my dad, and we'll play hockey.
Yeah.
We'll go ice fishing. We'll pull up the sled, do something. And while that all happens, Ryan can come out and either choose to join in or go drink Bailey's and coffee or something in the house kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we always have options. Like, it's very rare we actually sit around the house bored in the winter because we'll go out and do something.
I think my wife and I are more likely to sit around bored in the winter, but in the summer we'll find something to do, whether it's go to a lake or literally just drive in the sunshine.
Yeah.
Like we're summer people, but wintertime it's like if we don't start moving by 9:30, we're accomplished.
I'm just going to throw this out there. You said same thing, getting in shape for your wedding. You need to do that. You need to use the gym to stay in shape for hockey. And then you got to use it too because it can't help or can do nothing but help your surfing come next summer as well.
I'm dialed. Pretty easy. I just need a bigger boat.
Okay.
But, I mean, yeah, I think that's kind of it. That we're going to be working on the wedding a lot this winter because coming in, we like to not do that stuff in the summer. So we'll be doing that. And then whatever you're doing, we usually tag along if you invite us. So
yeah, I'm sure there will be a ski trip here or there or whatever.
Yeah.
A couple evenings of wine tasting or whatever.
Wine tasting. Yeah, as in getting absolutely blasted.
Well, by the time we get to winter or deep winter, December, January, I think between the two of us, we're going to have quite the liquor stocks to go through.
Oh, yeah. We buy this stuff for the show, and then this will sit on the shelf. Actually, you know what? I got one friend coming over for Halloween. Don't tell Bonnie Henry, but I got one friend coming over for Halloween. They drink gin. They drink gin and tonics, so this is the closest thing I got for them when they come over.
There we go. I hope to see that coming out. Same thing at your house on Halloween. I'll break into some Bareface again. No problem.
I don't know if there's going to be much left. I've been actually drinking a little bit.
Perfect. So at least it's getting gone through.
Yeah. I enjoy the whiskey, but yeah,
we're going to come January. How many bottles do you have? It's probably going to be 20 a piece kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think we're kind of wrapping up for the day. Another episode every Sunday. I think we're trying to get this out. It's Wednesday now. It'll definitely be out by Sunday.
Yep. And we're going to try. We've already discussed this. We know we are getting into winter. We're getting into holidays again. So regardless of what comes up, we're going to try and record, keep putting it out.
Yep.
Even if we get busy, you guys will hear all about it. Just be sure to Hit the follow button on Spotify. Turn
Yep.
your notifications on for the new episodes.
Sub on YouTube, hit the bell.
Exactly. If you don't have that, go to the YouTube.
We're on Twitter as well. We kind of announced new things, stuff we're going to be talking about that week.
And saying our personal little mission is we're going to try and jump on the Twitter train some more to learn to grow that a little better.
We're not big Twitter guys, but we're working on it. I think we kind of talked about it a little bit too. We're going to try to actually do some video recordings for these.
Yep.
It'll be raw, uncut, and that'll be the version posted on YouTube, I think.
Yeah, better than our logo there.
Yeah. So we're going to be working on that. Kind of got that in the works right now.
And I think, I don't know exactly when, but coming up soon too, we're talking about bringing on a guest just to add into
Just
some
a third voice,
conversation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody, because me and you think a lot alike, I think. We got a lot of the same opinions.
Yeah.
I think if we bring in the right or wrong guest, it'll be a complete gong show. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for.
Well, exactly. And I'll give them the full chauffeur treatment. I'll make sure they show up with the ride so they can just let loose. But I think between the two of us, we got quite a few friends, family friends that have some interesting perspectives on different topics.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll be getting into that. Maybe try to do one guest a month or every 2 months. Maybe we'll see what we can do.
Yep.
But as opposed to that, that's kind of wrapping up episode 3. Anything you guys want to see, hear us talk about next week, let us know on Twitter. That's probably the best thing. Comment on the YouTube. Doesn't matter. That's about it, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's all I have to say too. Thanks for listening to the hard stuff.